How do you think I'm doing? Patrick Kane is a New York Ranger. Come on. I mean, the day has finally come, the day that many Ranger fans have once dreamed about. And now, not only do we add multiple players to this roster, another All-Star in Vladimir Tarasenko a few weeks before this, and now the big fish, the three-time Stanley Cup champion, the surefire Hall of Famer, the best American-born hockey player of all time, and a player that is going to significantly help our chances of winning our first Stanley Cup since 1994. And this move, in my opinion, solidifies this Ranger team as one of the top two or three teams in New York Rangers history. And Patrick Kane has a big deal with that. So big day for me, big day for all of us.
Big day for everyone indeed. This trade has been the worst kept secret in the NHL for, well, mainly the last couple days, but pretty much for weeks at this point. And it is currently Tuesday, February 28th, 8:22 p.m. This trade broke officially from the Blackhawks and the Rangers within the last 10 minutes. And it's finally official. This is what we were waiting for to go and record. And yeah, dude, holy crap. We might actually win the cup this year.
Yeah, we might actually win the Stanley Cup. And, like we talked about last episode yesterday, there are a lot of roadblocks to winning the Stanley Cup. It's not going to be easy, but this forward group right now is as battle tested, playoff ready, and the chemistry is absolutely there. Artemi Panarin and Vincent Trocheck were growing some really nice chemistry prior to this trade. And you add Patrick Kane, and now Patrick Kane and Artemi Panarin, possibly the best winger-to-winger duo the NHL has seen in the last 20 years, is back together once more. And I can't wait to see how they're going to work well off each other, just like they did in Chicago. And again, playoff Artemi Panarin and playoff Patrick Kane. Playoff Patrick Kane. Put Panarin to the side for a second. Panarin is amazing. I'm wearing his jersey right now, but playoff Patrick Kane is a different animal, and I'm so excited to be able to enjoy that. Not watching as a Ranger fan watching the Blackhawks, but as a Ranger fan watching the Rangers and number 88 in this jersey.
Damn right. And what this trade also does is solidifies our top nine. And not gonna lie, our fourth line's looking pretty good on paper too. Not gonna lie. Now, defense needs to get it together a little bit, but that's a different story. We got Patrick fucking Kane. Now, as we always do, let's break down the entire trade real quick. So Patrick Kane, obviously, is initially as part of a three-team deal. The initial 50% of the cap hit is retained by Chicago, which went to Arizona. Arizona sends the remaining 25% of the total cap hit to us. And in exchange, the Rangers got Patrick Kane. Rangers got Patrick Kane. And we also get prospect Cooper Zek, who is currently in the ECHL. Any details on him?
No, different division than my Atlanta Gladiators, but currently playing for the Indy Fuel. Has, I believe, 8 points in 10 games as a defenseman. So, definitely some promise there, and we'll see if he reports to ECHL Jacksonville or the Hartford Wolfpack.
Yep. And in this deal, Chicago, obviously, trades Kane to us. They get a 2023 conditional second round pick from the Rangers, a 2025 fourth round pick, and defensive prospect Andy Welinski, who was originally drafted by the Anaheim Ducks, and the Rangers picked him up to play in Hartford this past offseason. And Arizona gets a conditional 2025 third round pick in just so random. And the conditions on this pick, I read the tweet from Arthur Staple, and I'm still confused. So the 2025 third condition will be it is either the regular New York Rangers third or better of the Rangers or Dallas's third if Niels Lundqvist has 55 combined points this season and next, which gives the New York Rangers a 2025 third from that deal. So
either it's going to be the 2025 third that the Rangers already have, or the 2025 third that the Rangers are going to acquire from Dallas if Lundqvist meets that condition, whichever is the better of the picks. That's how I understand it.
Exactly. You put that together so much faster than my brain did because my brain is still scrambled eggs from episode 37, which we recorded yesterday and released earlier today. That's right. Released earlier today because for everyone listening and or watching, this is a double episode for the first time ever and hopefully the one and only time ever because this was just so much chaos. That's the greatest way to put it. This was chaos.
It was absolute chaos. And just for the record, Niels Lundqvist has 16 points this season. So take that what you will. So.
But lastly, on Patrick Kane, before we move on to the next topic of this episode, put him, Gerard Gallant, I am begging you, please put him with Artemi Panarin and fucking leave him there. I don't want to see any of this line combination bullshit. I don't need to go through what I went through the first 26 games of the season. Put him on the opposite wing of Artemi Panarin and stick with it.
I think one of the conditions of Patrick Kane coming here was that he would play with Artemi Panarin. I cannot envision any scenario, despite what the head coach may or may not want. For the record, I think that Gerard Gallant has enough sense to put Artemi Panarin and Patrick Kane together and stay with them. I think you would upset Panarin by splitting them up, and you would upset Kane by splitting them up. Like I just said at the beginning of the episode, there's no better duo, winger to winger duo in the NHL in the last 20 years. I mean, you'd have to go back to the 90s and the 80s, to figure it out. Lemieux and Gretzky and, for all that. But they're going to play together. I think Tarasenko is finding a place on the top line alongside Kreider and Zibanejad. So I think it's Kreider, Zibanejad, Tarasenko, Panarin, Trocheck, and Kane. Your kid line is your third line. And then Mott, Goudreau, and who am I missing?
Jimmy Duncan, Jimmy Vesey.
Jimmy Duncan, of course. Jimmy Duncan should be higher in the lineup, but that's just me. Well, probably not now because our top six is absolutely loaded.
Our top nine is absolutely loaded.
The top nine is absolutely loaded, indeed.
You can make a legitimate argument that Chris Kreider is our worst forward right now. On the top nine.
You could.
And that's a
pretty
that's a team that's in a pretty damn good position, if I do say so myself.
I would concur. And Chris Kreider scored 50 goals last year, despite his struggles this year. I mean, he still has, the potential to be an effective player in multiple areas of the game. But the bottom line is Patrick Kane should be playing with Artemi Panarin. He's going to make his debut tomorrow night at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia against the Flyers. And man, I just hope we blow them the fuck out.
That would be wonderful.
That would really be wonderful to see. And, I want to see Patrick Kane score his first goal as a Ranger, just like Vladimir Tarasenko did in his first game. So,
yes. And just to quickly finish off the trade, Arizona also sent to Chicago the signing rights to prospect Vili Sarjarvi. I butchered that so badly, I know for a fact, probably. A current 25-year-old prospect, unsigned from Finland. And lastly, I did say that there was a condition on the second round pick. If the Rangers make the conference final this year, that becomes a first round pick in either 2024 or 2025. If it becomes a 2024 first, it is top 10 protected and would then become 2025. So basically, if all things go according to plan, that will be a 2024 first.
Right.
And one last time, the Rangers got Patrick Kane.
So we did. I believe we have some statements from Patrick Kane to read off as well. I have a shorter statement, and then Shade, you'll have the longer one. This is from Patrick Kane himself on the Twitter account. He said, "Chicago, there are simply no words to express my family's love and appreciation for the Blackhawks organization, my teammates, the city, and the greatest fans in the world. For welcoming me here since being drafted, in 2007. Thank you for giving me a chance and supporting me like your own through 1,297 games played in the most iconic sweater, including 3 Stanley Cups and thousands of memories to last a lifetime, Patrick Kane." I think that's classy to definitely express his thoughts to the Blackhawks organization. And I'm excited to hear what he says about joining the Rangers and specifically playing next to Artemi Panarin. But Shades, what do you got?
Side note real quick, 1,297 games and he's only 34. That's impressive. That is very impressive.
It is.
And now on to the second statement. And I quote, I'm so thankful for everything the city, the Blackhawks organization, my teammates, and the fans have done for me and my family over the last 16 years. The support was constant from day one, and Chicago will forever be home for us. This has been an emotional time for me and my family, but I feel this decision puts me in the best spot to immediately win another Stanley Cup. Damn right. This isn't about me leaving the Blackhawks, but this is an opportunity for me. The Blackhawks did everything they could to put me in a great position, and I will forever be grateful. It is bittersweet to leave a place that is so special to me, but I will always carry the memories we made in Chicago. I will miss the roar of the United Center, the deafening sound of the anthem, and the people of Chicago. Together, we made memories that will last a lifetime, like the 3 Stanley Cup champions banners that will forever hang at the United Center. I look forward to this next step in my career and will forever be appreciated for all I have received from the Blackhawks and Chicago. End of quote. Patty Kane, I just have one request from you this season. Bring us a Stanley Cup, baby.
Yep. Help us to getting to that goal. And I also have a quote from Chris Drury. He said, I think Patrick recognized it was a good fit for him, and it's a good fit for us. We're certainly excited that he wanted to be traded and that it was to the New York Rangers.
We could go on about how this is a possible fleece, but let's save that for Friday, shall we?
Yeah, I mean, just one note on that. Just, again, I'll go into it further on Friday. But Patrick Kane wanted to go to one place. It was to the New York Rangers. The Chicago Blackhawks had absolutely no leverage, and they were going to take whatever the Rangers gave them. And what we gave them was a little bit of a small return. And Patrick Kane is a Ranger, and that's all I care about in this moment in time.
Damn right, could not have said it any better myself.